Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It has been, let me check actually, 3 months since my last video and 7 months since the one before that. Whoops, I'm alive and playing GBL. I'm expert rank right now because it's been a really rough season for me. But I am going to be showing a Hisui Cup team that has saved me from dropping off the face of the earth as far as mentality goes and YouTube goes. I've really been trying for content this season. It's just been really tough, especially with the 1 week long, like the changes being a week long. I find a team I like, and then bang, it's gone. The cup is gone. So it's been pretty tough. You have to adapt pretty quickly. Anyways, the team I'm running, I stole it from Yonkis. Toxicroak, Hisui, Electrode, and Shadow Abomasnow. Shadow Abomasnow is back, baby, and it's making moves. My opponent has Bastiodon and Abomasnow safe swap with Razor Leaf against a Toxicroak. He top lefts, and that is a good game already. We're already 1-0 in the first minute of battles. But this team, super solid. Hisui Electrode as a safe swap. I know every YouTuber has made a video about it. I'm going to make one too, because why not? But these are my battles. It's not like every single other person where the YouTubers just take the same dude's gameplay. I'm not ripping it though. I respect it. Anyways, bad lead with the Drifloon. This is why we come into Hisui Electrode. Really, no matter what they have, it's not going to be able to hard beat me. I can pretty easily get a shield with Wild Charge. My opponent, they stay in and throw the Icy Wind, so I'm just going to get the shield from the Drifloon. I could have considered letting it go, and that would have been fine too, and taking shield advantage, but the case is my switch clock is still unaligned, and then the game gets really technical. I don't love technical, especially with the way the season's going. I usually tend to lose those games, even though I play them out pretty well. But my opponent comes in Bastiodon here. That's fine. I'm debuffed. I'm going to have to take a move, probably 2 moves, because I'm going to try and farm all the way down. So, we're in a pretty tough position. I pretty much have to save a shield here, and yeah, my opponent gets to the next flamethrower with 1 HP, so IVs do matter. This flamethrower is going to give me to 1 HP, but counters a 2-turn move, smackdown's a 3-turn move, so we do live enough to get another move off, and we have Cresselia in the back, so even shields, Abomasnow has an energy advantage. This is going to be a really interesting endgame, but there is one thing here. Shadow Abomasnow in this matchup against Cresselia is like 10 times better than regular Abomasnow because they both die in 2 moves. So you just tank the Moonblast. You'd tank the Moonblast anyway with regular Abomasnow, so it doesn't matter that you have the Shadow that you're taking extra damage because Psycho Cuts do nothing. I'm going to go for this Weather Ball bait here. I actually do get the shield, and we're going to see how much this Moonblast does. Does about 60 to 65%. But here's the thing. I can farm up to 2 Weather Balls here. Even if I am like 2 energy short of the next Weather Ball, I should be able to either live the Hex or get the weird glitch where you get to throw your move 1 turn before your opponent. I end up not surviving the Hex, but I did have another move. And since I stored up that energy on Toxicroak after farming down and surviving, I am going to be able to rip off a Sludge Bomb onto the Drifloon, and that is going to secure the game. So, starting off 2-0, we have Drapion here. He's not going to reveal his fast move. There are a lot of Bite Drapions in this meta, but my opponent comes in to Razor Leaf Abomasnow. I've been seeing so many of these today. I haven't really been seeing them anywhere else, so it's weird that it's there, but I'll take it. My opponent comes in Gastrodon, so they do have the Toxicroak answer. Since I do have 2 grass types in the back, I am going to swap out. My opponent should be in Weather Ball range here, so we're going to see how this matchup plays out. And I think at this point I do realize that he's in Weather Ball range, so I'm going to throw it good timing, get this Weather Ball off, and my opponent lets it go. Okay, and he does have that looks like Bite Drapion in the back. So this matchup is in a really commanding position, and yep, I got shield advantage. Not going to be able to get to another Weather Ball, which is kind of unfortunate, but we will get to the Mud Bomb here. I'm going to farm up a little bit extra, and I do kind of scare myself because I throw, oh no, I don't throw another counter, I just throw the Mud Bomb right away. Super smart knowing that these bites are really chunking, and then at this point I just come into the Electrode knowing that I'm not going to die to all these bites before I get to a Wild Charge. So I'm not really talking about the movesets. I mean, they're all pretty standard. Hisui Electrode has incredible coverage with electric and grass. Obviously, everybody knows grass covers electric's weakness of ground types and I guess electric types as well, even though the only electric types in this meta are Pachirisu and Hisui Electrode, which Hisui Electrode walls Pachirisu anyway. But we have a good lead against the Lucario. My opponent comes in with Hisui Electrode, but there is one dangerous answer to Hisui Electrode in this cup, and it is Abomasnow, Shadow Abomasnow. As most of you have probably seen my Shadow Abomasnow sweeping the Great League video, which has like 3,000 views or something incredible. This thing is just a beast. And that time that I used Shadow Abomasnow, I had just built it. And I think this is like the first or second time I've used it since that video. It's been hiding in the closet, waiting to get its broom out and sweep some teams. And we finally got the opportunity with it in the Hisui Cup. It is just such a great pick for the meta. So the Cresselia comes in with a shield advantage. My opponent just let the Lucario go because he knew that it was useless and that it would be a lot better against Toxicroak. My elo is 2730 here. I'm 3-0 in the set, so all I have to do is win one more game, and I'm expert. And this one's looking pretty solid. I could just rip off this wild charge here after building up to 2, so I can get the shield and get the guaranteed damage off, which is going to be really helpful. So I'm going to farm up a little bit extra. I should have thrown there, but really all I need to do to win this matchup is just get to a move here. Honestly, probably don't even need to get to the Sludge Bomb. I just need to get to a move against Cresselia. I do have that Wild Charge loaded, and Electrode has like 120 attack, and Cresselia has 90. So we're going to win the CMP tie here. Just kidding! I was extremely confident in playing that end game, and the game just decides to screw me over. So here I'm going to say, I'm like, good lord, what the heck? Like, why did I lose CMP? My Electrode does have 0 attack, but 123 attack. So if the Cresselia has less than 108 attack, it can't win CMP. And it has 93 attack versus Electrode's 123. So Electrode should never lose the CMP tie. But it did in that match. I don't understand. Anyways, last match here. We have Gallade, which kind of core breaks this team. I come into Abomasnow to get a shield advantage if they want to. Otherwise, we're going to win switch. So my opponent's going to dump 1 shield. Going to throw 1 more Powder Snow and throw another one. And he does double shield, so I do get switch advantage here. Talking about the last game, I would have won if I just threw the Wild Charge instead of banking it. Obviously, that's the easier win con, but I'm an idiot, so didn't do it. Gallade's easily going to win switch here, and then he has Gastron on the back. So we lose another game, and I'm 3-2, and I needed 20 points to hit expert, so it's not... I don't know if you can hit expert from being 20 points away. You would have to beat people with a lot higher elo than you and lose to players with also a lot higher elo than you. And I'm just not sure that that's what happened. So I'm pretty sure this Gastrodon still has a shield too. No, it doesn't have a shield, but my defense is so low that Powder Snows are just going to kill. So we are going to take a pretty heartbreaking loss here and going to get into the next set. I'm going to spoil this set because I only have 2 battles from it. I went 2-3. After this 2-game losing streak, I went on to lose 3 more in a row, and I was about to lose complete faith in this team. I had game 2 and 3, I had seen Drifblim leads. This is game 4. I see another Drifblim lead. So I'm like, really? 3 Drifblim leads in a row? This game just doesn't want me to win. So we're going to use the Hisui Electrode safe swap, and my opponent comes in Gastrodon, maybe sees the electric typing and thinks that it's a good matchup, but it's not. Hisui Electrode actually wins all shield scenarios extremely comfortably as long as you throw out good timing. So I have nothing to worry about here. I win switchback by default because I want to, obviously. And we're going to be able to align the Abomasnow on Drifblim, and it really just comes down to what my opponent has in the back. The only real thing that's going to be saving my opponent in this set would be if he had like Confusion Crest, or maybe even just Psycho Cut Crest with Future Sight. Maybe Moonblast would be okay, or Gallied, and he has Empoleon in the back. So we're going to be able to get this Wild Charge because the resisted waterfall damage does nothing, and then we're going to be able to outpace Drifblim to a move, and this is going to be GG. This Weather Ball might KO. Yes, it does, and we're going to win the game here. So 1-3 in the next set, and let's see what we have in the last match in the set. 4 Drifblim leads in a row. If I was running Hisui, Electrode, or Abomasnow, I would be in heaven, but I'm not. So that's awesome. And this is going to be a standard ABB game. My opponent doesn't even build up to the Shadow Ball, which I think is a huge mistake. You have to threaten the shield, and I probably would have used it if he built up more. Because I'm going to get these 2 Wild Charges off. I'm going to get both the shields, or I'm going to get Switch. So I'm going to let this go now that I've got both shields. I have a 2 shield advantage. I have Abomasnow in the back. My opponent has a Drifblim, and he's already used his hard counter to Abomasnow, unless he has 2. So I'm going to shield this. If it's a power-up punch, I don't even think he gets to the Shadow Ball. It throws the Shadow Ball, so now I just have a 1 shield advantage, which is still fine because my opponent has Empoleon in the back. These Empoleon Drifblim cores are good, but they really easily get core broken by grass types like Abomasnow and Electrode. The reason that they get core broken by them is because they both have flying type coverage. Obviously the grass type is going to destroy Empoleon, and then the ice type with Abomasnow and the electric type with Electrode, they both hit for super effective against the Drifblim, and that's just going to allow me to core break them. So unfortunate by my opponent here, but that is the power of the Hisui and Electrode safe swap. My opponent does get to the move here, but he's going to be Energy Drive for the Toxicroak, and actually he doesn't even kill. So picking up another nice win, able to salvage a 2-3 set. So I think I dropped down from 2746 to 2735, so I only lose 11 elo there, which is awesome. And we have another Empoleon lead. My opponent comes in with Frostlass, and this is pretty tough for the team. But there is one saving grace, and that is that Electrode wins in the 1 and the 2 shields. So I am going to have to go down 2 shields. I build up to 100, throw this Wild Charge off. And now I'm in a little bit of a predicament, because if I throw the Wild Charge soon, then my opponent's going to be able to farm me down. So I have to build up to 2 more. My opponent does throw to get the last shield, which means he's not going to be able to farm me down. So I'm going to get this Wild Charge off. It's going to kill, and he's going to take a shield advantage. And he is going to come back in with Empoleon, which is weird. He's going to use that last shield, and I switch stupidly. And he has Gastrodon in the back. This is really bad. I'm going to throw a good timing, get this Mud Bomb off. Might be able to get another Mud Bomb off. And maybe take this Gastrodon out. Wow. Actually going to be able to take out the Gastrodon in the 0 shield with a little bit of an energy advantage. And I'm really just trying to get counter damage here on the Empoleon now. I have it in Energy Ball range. And Shadow Abomasnow, all it has to do is tank a Drill Peck or catch, but my switch timer isn't up. So we're going to see how much a Drill Peck is going to do here. Shadow Abomasnow is relatively glassy, and it's the Great League. I'm going to be able to live it in the red and get to this Energy Ball. That's going to be GG. Another very nice match where we core break the team because they have Empoleon and then Gastrodon. So Abomasnow just core breaking that team and going to take a nice win. We have Gastrodon lead. This is horrible, and we're going to come in with Electrode. Another match where my opponent falls victim of the ABB line. Just going to say this now. My opponent has Drapion with Bite, and it's pretty obvious here what they're going to have in the back. These fast move beatdown teams, usually with Gastrodon and then a Bite user, they're either going to have a Razor Leafer or another Bite user in the back. So it's either going to be Abomasnow with Razor Leaf, or it's going to be a Skuntank. So I'm fairly confident about Abomasnow in the back. Gonna get to a move on the Strapion just to take it out. And my opponent has Gastrodon. And there is the Skuntank. So all we have to do here is get to 2 Weather Balls. This first one honestly might even KO. Because Shadow Skuntank is that glassy. But no, he's survives in the red, so I'm just going to throw another move so I can conserve some health and keep the shield. And we're just going to build up to an energy ball here. We're going to be able to live these not mud shots, mud slaps, because they don't do that much damage. And my opponent throws the body slam here. He's relatively energy dry. We're going to be able to get to that energy ball and win the game. So another convincing win to go 2-0 in the set. Now we're playing a legend, and they have a Toxicroak lead as well. So what I like to do here, I pretty much always play this lead the same. I throw the Mud Bomb at 6, which is right away. If my opponent sneaks, that's fine. They're going to throw and I'm going to sneak anyways. So my Toxicroak has relatively high attack, so I'm going to win a lot of CMPs here. And let's see, am I going to catch or am I going to throw? I am going to catch the second Mud Bomb on Hisui Electrode, and that allows me to bank a Mud Bomb in the back. So my opponent stays in. I know it's 7 to get to the Sludge Bomb, so he's not quite there. So I'm just going to get to 2 Wild Charges here against the Bastiodon. But what my opponent has done here is very smart. He's gotten me pretty low before coming into Bastiodon, so I'm actually not going to be able to get the 3rd Wild Charge off. So just going to get the second one off while I can. Get the Bastiodon in the yellow, and I am going to have to farm this down with Toxicroak. Not actually sure if I'm going to be able to hit the Bastiodon enough to take it out. I don't, so he's going to come in with Flamethrower, and I shield. So going to farm this down with Abomasnow, take a bunch of energy in the meantime, or a bunch of damage in the meantime, and my opponent has Barrel. Definitely thinking he was coming in with the Toxicroak, so I throw the Weather Ball, and it ends up costing me quite a bit in the long run. So I'm going to go for the bait here, and he no-shields again. My opponent has big balls, and he's going to get to a move. Is this the Surf, or does he have enough for the Hyper Fang? This is just the Surf, so I'm going to throw one more, throw the Weather Ball, and he switches into Toxicroak. This Toxicroak is loaded with energy, but as you guys know from the beginning of the game, I win CMP. Knowing that, my opponent lets it go and comes back in the barrel, and we counter down. Wow, what a game. I was thinking my opponent choked earlier in the game, but I think any endgame we played out, I probably would have won anyway. So Cress in the lead, and it looked to be a Confusion Cress, and that's really, really bad for this team. So I switch into Electrode, and my opponent has Bastiodon. Bastiodon can always win switch as long as they want to. So I'm going to throw off these Wild Charges. If my opponent wants to throw a Stone Edge, he can. But I'm going to throw it the CMP tie with good counting because my opponent switched out a little bit late. And he is going to use a shield. And we get them to throw their energy here. So not going to have to tank a move here with Toxicroak, which is nice, but not really going to matter because this Confusion Crest is just going to chunk. And they have Empoleon in the back. So, going to go for the Energy Ball. A defense drop here would be really, really nice. Because at this range, I don't think I'm going to be able to farm down before they get to a second move. So, Drill Peck, going to get shielded up. And I'm going to go for the farm down. 5, 6, 7. I would need one more for them to die. And they just wouldn't. It would need like 3 more Powder Snows, I think. So I do have to unfortunately throw the Weather Ball here. I am going to go for a bait. Not sure if this is the right play or not, but they end up shielding, which is nice. And I'm only going to get to 2 Weather Balls, so I'm just going to throw the second one here. And I have to kill with the Sludge Bomb. So I'm going to throw it good timing in between the middle of the fast move animation. Is this Sludge Bomb going to KO? No, it's going to get him low in the red, but it's not going to be enough to take out the Cresselia. So we are, I believe, 2-1. We might be 3-1 here. We're getting into the next match. Bastiodon lead and a Cherim safe swap with Razor Leaf. So we are going to come straight into Abomasnow. We are not playing any games. And I'm going to make sure that I get this Weather Ball off before they get to a Weather Ball of their own. Just because Fire Weather Ball is disgusting, and they shield, which in my opinion I think is a misplay. My opponent could have just come in with Bastiodon after waiting out his switch timer and farmed me down, get a head start on energy against my Toxicroak, and make the end game a little bit more playable. But he actually allows me to farm him down before getting to the next Weather Ball, and this allows me to dump some energy off on Bastiodon. I was really considering maybe trying to go for the energy ball, but in hindsight I think I was 3 away and I lose to 2 rock, smackdowns. So just going to switch out after my opponent switches, and he has Gastrodon in the back. Again, Electrode very comfortably wins every one shield scenario here, so this game is unwinnable for my opponent, but I do farm up over 100 energy pretty stupidly. Gonna try and get to another move, and my opponent gets to a body slam. So at this point, I was kind of sweating. This body slam is gonna put me in the red. Do I live a mud slap? I do, and we get this move off. Take it out, die to 2 smackdowns, and we're just gonna be able to farm down at this point. Throw the mud bomb, and that's gonna be GG. And let's see, is this the 4-1 or do we have one more match? This is the 4-1, and we're going to be able to take that. It's 27-79, and we finally hit Expert after, I feel like, so long of me trying this season. Anyways, there's a face reveal. I went to the Grand Canyon last week, and this was the Four Corners Monument that we visited on the way back. So I have a left leg in New Mexico, right leg in Arizona, I think right arm in Utah, and a left arm in Colorado. So I was in 4 states at once, which is a pretty cool flex. But thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna upload more. I promise. It's not gonna be consistent, but I promise at least a couple times a month an upload, if not more. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'm back. So stay tuned for more. See you guys later.